When most people picture a farm, they imagine open fields, tractors, and rows of crops stretching to the horizon. But some of the world's most advanced farms look nothing like that. Today, crops can grow without soil, vegetables can be nourished by fish, and entire farms can operate inside climate-controlled buildings in the middle of a city. In this episode, we'll explore the modern farming systems that are redefining how and where food is produced. For thousands of years, agriculture depended on fertile land and favorable weather. Modern technology has changed that, giving farmers the ability to control growing conditions like never before. A greenhouse farm grows crops inside structures covered with glass or transparent plastic, creating a protected environment where temperature, humidity, and light can be carefully controlled. Unlike open field farms, greenhouse farms shield crops from harsh weather, allowing farmers to extend growing seasons and produce high-value fruits and vegetables with greater consistency. Tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, strawberries, and flowers are among the crops most commonly grown this way. One fascinating fact is that some of the world's largest greenhouse complexes cover hundreds of hectares, creating landscapes so vast they're visible from space. Inside, computers automatically manage irrigation, ventilation, heating, and even shade to keep plants growing under ideal conditions. But if greenhouses changed the environment around plants, the next farming method removed something even more fundamental: the soil itself. A hydroponic farm grows plants without soil. Instead, their roots receive water enriched with carefully balanced nutrients, allowing crops to grow in channels, pipes, or containers. What makes hydroponics unique is that the farmer controls nearly everything the plant receives. Because nutrients are delivered directly to the roots, plants often use significantly less water than conventional farming, while growing in places where fertile soil is scarce or unavailable. One surprising fact is that lettuce grown hydroponically may never touch natural soil during its entire life. From seedling to harvest, everything happens in a precisely managed environment designed for rapid, healthy growth. If plants no longer need soil, could they also share a farm with animals? A vertical farm grows crops in stacked layers instead of spreading them across large fields. By using shelves, racks, or multi-story buildings, farmers can produce large quantities of food within a relatively small footprint. Unlike traditional farms, which expand horizontally, vertical farms maximize unused indoor space. Most rely on LED lighting, climate control, and automated irrigation to create ideal growing conditions throughout the year. One remarkable fact is that a vertical farm can produce many times more leafy greens per square meter than a conventional field, because crops are grown on multiple levels instead of just one. But some farmers discovered an even more remarkable partnership: fish and plants helping each other grow. Nature rarely works in isolation. Some of today's most innovative farms copy natural ecosystems, where the waste from one organism becomes a resource for another. Instead of treating farming as separate activities, these systems connect plants and animals in surprisingly efficient ways. An aquaponic farm combines aquaculture, the farming of fish, with hydroponics, allowing both to operate in a single connected system. Fish are raised in tanks, and the nutrient-rich water they produce is circulated to nearby plants, which absorb those nutrients before the cleaned water returns to the fish. What makes aquaponics unique is this natural cycle. The fish provide fertilizer for the plants, while the plants help filter the water for the fish, reducing waste and minimizing the need for synthetic fertilizers. One fascinating fact is that the beneficial bacteria living inside an aquaponic system are just as important as the fish and the plants. Without these microscopic organisms converting fish waste into nutrients, the entire system would stop working. Some farms grow plants with fish. Others focus entirely on life beneath the water's surface. An aquaculture farm raises aquatic organisms such as fish, shrimp, oysters, mussels, and seaweed under carefully managed conditions. Depending on the species, production may take place in ponds, tanks, floating cages, or coastal waters. Unlike traditional livestock farms, aquaculture operates in aquatic environments where farmers manage water quality, oxygen levels, feeding, and animal health to encourage healthy growth. One remarkable fact is that more than half of the seafood consumed around the world now comes from aquaculture rather than wild fishing, making it one of the fastest growing food production sectors on Earth. Modern farming isn't only about using new technology. Sometimes, innovation means returning to older ideas that work with nature instead of against it. Long before precision sensors and automated irrigation systems, farmers were developing methods that relied on healthy soils, biodiversity, and natural ecological processes. Today, these approaches continue to grow in popularity around the world. An organic farm produces crops or livestock by following standards that emphasize natural processes and restrict the use of most synthetic fertilizers, pesticides, and genetically modified organisms. While certification rules differ from country to country, the goal is the same: building healthy, productive farming systems with a strong focus on soil, ecosystems, and animal welfare. What makes organic farming different is that many challenges are managed through prevention rather than chemical intervention. Farmers often rely on crop rotation, compost, beneficial insects, cover crops, and biological pest control to maintain healthy fields and reduce disease. One surprising fact is that organic farming isn't a return to ancient agriculture. Today's organic farms combine traditional practices with modern scientific research, using advanced monitoring techniques and decades of ecological knowledge to improve productivity while protecting the environment. Working with nature is one approach. Designing an entire farm to function like nature is another. A permaculture farm is designed to imitate natural ecosystems, creating landscapes where plants, animals, water, and soil work together with minimal waste. Rather than focusing on a single crop, permaculture encourages diverse systems that support one another over the long term. What makes permaculture unique is its emphasis on thoughtful design. Trees provide shade, ground cover plants protect the soil, rainwater is captured and reused, and animals often play natural roles in controlling pests or fertilizing the land. One fascinating idea at the heart of permaculture is that every element should serve multiple purposes. A single tree, for example, might produce food, provide habitat for beneficial insects, reduce wind, improve soil, and create shade, all at the same time. These farms show that agriculture isn't just becoming more technological, it's also becoming more intelligent. Modern farming has expanded far beyond the traditional image of fields and tractors. Today, crops can grow inside greenhouses, without soil, on stacked shelves, or alongside fish in carefully balanced ecosystems. Farmers combine technology with biology, engineering with ecology, finding new ways to produce food while using land, water, and other resources more efficiently. Yet, these aren't the only farms shaping agriculture. Some specialize in flowers, mushrooms, herbs, forest trees, scientific research, and even preserving the seeds that will feed future generations. In Part 3, we'll explore the specialized farms that quietly support agriculture and discover why many of them are just as important as the farms that produce our food.